Well, this is a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm going to have a go. Right, decoupaging. There's lots of different ways that people do it. I'm self-taught. I had a bit of a look on YouTube. You can cover anything. Best advice, if it's glass, straight onto it. If it's white, decoupage straight onto it. If it's not, paint it white. Cheap paint will do the trick, right? But just make sure it starts white. Doesn't have to be a perfect base, but it just means that everything comes through better. Right, I've got a bit of a madhouse here because I've got a very, very, very thick mix of PVA, the white glue. This is one of my bottles, eBay for £4. Mother Care's quite cheap. So I've got the PVA mix that's quite thick, so I would say that's 2 parts PVA and 1 part water. This is my other little mixing thing, yes, and that is a half-half mix, so I'll just try and go through it. If you've got any questions, please ask, okay? Now, I think some people have seen some of the stuff that I've done before. At the moment, I'm working on this vase. As you can see, it's clear, so I can PVA straight onto it. It doesn't look its best, but it will do when I've finished, I promise, okay? So, napkins. These I think were from a pound shop. You can get them from eBay. If you look under vintage napkins, I have got napkins coming out of my ears. Pound shops, Aldi, Tesco, cheap shops, wherever it is, okay? Some people like to split these. I don't bother. The most important thing is that you rip. So at the moment there, as you can see, I've got a butterfly. So I'm going to rip that butterfly, and where it's a straight edge on the end, that needs to come off, okay? It really works the blending. So I'm left with my butterfly there. Get rid of the straight edge. And I have bits of napkin everywhere. So that's what I'm left with, okay? So I decide where I want to place it on my vase, making sure there's no gaps. And I'll just show you the paintbrush that I use. I have some fine ones there. I've got extremely fine ones when I do glitter work and glitter detail. And then I've got this brush, which was about £1.50. It's very soft and it's got a nice flat edge, okay? What I want to do is put some of the 50/50 PVA water onto the vase. I'll just show you what I'm doing there. You see, just so you've got a thin layer. Get the brush, pick up your napkin and place it where you want it. Overlapping is absolutely fine. This is why having a base of glass or white works a treat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put more and more PVA mix. If it slips, it's fine. If you get wrinkles, I really don't care. It still looks effective. There we go. And there, you can see, that's the butterfly I've just gone. So that's what I'm going to do all the way around, and I will show you the finished result. When I've finished and I get to the bottom, then I get my mix of PVA 2 parts to 1 part water. If you do full PVA, it's too, it can drag the tissue and the napkin that you've used and it can rip it. So I definitely suggest that you do put at least 1/3 water. So when you finish, you put a very thick layer of this all over your finished piece. That will protect it when you come to varnish it, okay? So you've got your piece. Let me get another piece that I've done. There you go, that's a teapot that I did out of napkins. So what I did then is when it was all done, I put the thicker PVA mix on it, and then I finished this because it was darker. I finished it with a varnish that was a waterproof varnish. Now there's acrylic based, which is the one that doesn't smell, the water based. That will dry matte. A gloss varnish needs to be cleaned with, your brushes need to be cleaned with Turps afterwards. but you do get a higher gloss. I've also found if you put 2 or 3 layers of the PVA, that can give you a certain gloss as well. And as you can see, I've got a lovely little teapot that I've done. That was a glass vase. The vase actually cost me £2.50, and I think I used 2 napkins, if that, on that one. So £3 to make, probably sell it for about 15. Now when I was saying glitter detail, what I do on some of my pieces is where you've got detail, it's quite nice to just get a little bit of glitter paint and just detail the little ones. I've just started doing that with a little piece. If you've got any questions, like I said before, please ask. Enjoy your decoupage and please tag me in your photos. Thanks very much.